WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Well, good morning, everyone. Professor Schwartz here in the WSTKS-FM Worldwide studios yet again with a second mug of coffee and my feline sidekick Onyx the cat nearby. And yes, it's that time again. Time for another short podcast to help you in your digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Early in the fall 2021 semester, a student in one of my courses emailed me with the following question. She wrote, "Hey, Professor Schwartz, we're having a little trouble organizing our student learning team for weekly meetings and the first big project coming up. Can you help?" Well, sure thing. It's important to keep in mind that effective collaboration is an ongoing democratic process. Right away, your student learning team should have an honest conversation in real time, during which all members discuss the following points. Think of these as 5 tips for organizing your student learning team to make the most of your time and effort this semester. So here we go. Tip number 1. Discuss the specific concrete skills and abilities that each of you can bring to the table during your meetings each week and your related coursework together. The most effective teams realize that each member has particular talents and strengths to contribute to collaborative discussions, assignments, and larger projects. Go away, kitty. Tip 2. Discuss what each member needs to feel their best and perform their best work as part of your student learning team. The most effective teams organize themselves so that each person on the team can perform and contribute in the best way possible. Tip number 3, be sure to discuss how your respective members' contributions can be the most helpful to overall team efforts each week. The most effective teams support each other through all parts of the creative and collaborative process rather than each person completing their tasks in isolation and then tuning out. A 4th point your student learning team should consider is to be sure to examine this question. How can your team ensure that each member feels invited to contribute to weekly collaboration? Remember that the most effective teams encourage and listen to each other and are open to contributions and feedback from each member. The 5th and final tip to consider when it comes to organizing your student learning team in the most optimal way has to do with ensuring that each member feels like a valued part of the team. What can all of you do together to ensure that? The most effective teams let each other know that their respective ideas and presence are a valuable asset to overall team cohesion, activities, and output. Teams with this kind of solid rapport function like well-oiled machinery. The possibility for miscommunication, misunderstanding, or other issues is reduced or even eliminated before it ever occurs. Careful attention to these 5 tips early in the game will help your student learning team to organize itself most effectively, providing a firm foundation for later teamwork and enabling your team to collaborate most effectively in the coming weeks. To put it another way, taking a little extra time on this now to work out these details will save your team valuable time and frustration later on. Sound good? All right, that concludes this podcast on 5 tips for organizing your student learning team. Thank you for joining me this time and every time. I'll see you in class, online, and during Zoom office hours if you drop by with a question. Have a safe and productive week in the meantime. With special regards from Onyx, the cat what am. So long, everybody. You've just heard a podcast by WSTKS-FM Worldwide, digital collaborative learning for the 21st century.